It's a lovely sunny morning here in Canada. All the daft buggers going to work, but I've got to struggle on with this 2.5 engine. So I thought I'd give you a quick look at my new deck, and we'll have a sit down and we'll have a chat about this engine, because there's something I want to say. I was about to get started today on this 2.5 engine, and like I say, it's a lovely morning, it's not too hot. Yesterday was a bugger, it was really hot. So I was sat down having a cup of tea, as you do, and today's job is to change the camshaft out on that 2.5 to eliminate a problem. But you know, one thing about having a cup of tea is you actually, through the process of brewing tea and boiling water and brewing tea and messing about, it gives you time to think. I'm just wondering if I'm jumping into something that's so unfeasible that it just doesn't make any sense. After all, I've checked all the cam lobes and things like that. They seem fine. In fact, I'm going to check them again before I take this cam out. In fact, what I'm going to do is take all the side covers off and have a look before I take this cam out. You see, I don't think it's the cam lobes that are worn. What struck me was, I was wondering if the camshaft was twisted. Now that's a crazy thought, but then again, it's a Land Rover, so anything can go wrong. But as I was having my cup of tea this morning, I thought, wait a minute, like that cross-sectional area of that camshaft would take tons of force to twist it. Really tons of force. So how could it be? I mean, there's no resistance apart from lifting a little spring up. There's not that much. So how could it twist? I'm really foxed with this now. Now, I have had a set of injectors given and we've had the pump checked. And I've got the head stripped. I had a problem with the hot plugs, but I'm going to show you how I've corrected that today. I'm thinking about inspecting, take the covers off while the pump's off, have a look inside and just check the lobes, check the lift, check everything, because I checked out the push rods, they were fine, the lift on the rockers, that was fine, but it's missing on the rear number 3 cylinder, a little bit on number 4, but it's crazy, it doesn't make any sense. It has to be an injection system problem somewhere, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it today. So using Jason's injectors, I'm going to have a look at this cam, make sure I'm alright with that, because I've never, in 40 years, I've never had a camshaft go odd, like on just odd cylinders. I've seen the Rover V8 ones just wear out to almost non-existence. You know, and the old 3.5s in the middle, it never used to get hardly any oil to it. And they were made of really soft material and they used to wear. The engine still ran. That was the thing. The engine still ran, although it was down on power. But it didn't misfire. It just gradually over time accepted that there was a loss of power. And putting a new camshaft in rejuvenated it to something crazy. Now, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out now, I'm going to finish my cup of tea, have a look at it and study it, because it just, you know, I could be making a lot of work for me when I haven't really got a lot of time. I've got so many projects on at the moment that are all sort of coming together that I just can't afford the time. Simple as that. The head was beautiful. There was nothing wrong with the head at all. Nothing. On a video I'll post out later, or it might be already up, I don't know, but I took it out, stripped it all down, gave it a sandblast. The seats were beautiful, and the guides and everything was not nice. Even the valve stem seals were good, which makes me think, if this engine's supposed to be a 1991, those valve stem seals should be rock hard, you know, through age and heat and things like that. They just look like they've been replaced. So somebody's been having a go at this engine before. I think it might be injectors. I've got this sneaking feeling it might be injectors. Because even though they were tested, what they're like in service, that's the thing. God, it's. I'm so pleased that Jason sent those injectors, because now I've got somewhere, I've got a base to work off, because if they're new, everything else could be a problem. And even if it means taking the bloody head off again, you know, who cares? I was thinking about this morning, that I've messed about with this engine so much I might as well take the bloody thing out and stripped it and put it back together again. But I've never had a misfire like this before, and I must admit I'm in sort of uncharted territory, because I'm trying everything that I thought. And why I got on to thinking it might be a camshaft problem, I know I'm sort of rolling back round again, but why I was thinking it might be a camshaft problem is that when I changed the injectors over, it made no difference at all. Now, a lot of people have commented and said that, well, it could be the injector pipes on the wrong way around. Well, it's impossible really, because they're actually strapped together on the pump, and they're very thick walled pipes. And also they're tuned pipes, and that means that the length is exactly the same for number 1 as it is for number 4. It's not like spark plug wires, they have to be exactly the same length. So they're not bent, they're not mismatched. Now somebody said, well, they could be blocked. Well, I'm going to eliminate that too, because I have a spare 2.5 engine in the shed. I'm going to take those pipes off. Now the chances of pipes being blocked is negligible, and I did a flow test on it and that was okay, but I don't know. Let me go finish my cup of tea, go downstairs, we'll get started on this 2.5 and we'll have it running today. As if.